Hello YouTube, AmosF1TV here today to talk about what happened at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone track. The race was won by Fernando Alonso, second place Sebastian Vettel, and third was Mark Webber. Fernando really won the race when the pit stop area, when everyone started pitting because Michael Schumacher set a really fast lap on the slick tyres when the track started drying out because it was quite wet around the back of the track. Alonso took the lead because of a bad pit stop when both him and Vettel pitted on the same lap. Vettel's left rear tyre wouldn't go on straight or well, which led to Fernando Alonso passing him on down the pit straight. Bad pit stops happened again, this time massively for a British crowd, where Jenson Button's race came to a really bad end. I'm sad to see as a Button fan myself, when bad communication amongst pit crew, which really shouldn't have happened, when the lollipop was lifted when the front tyre on the right hand side of the car wasn't actually attached. The team on working that tyre had to change guns because of a bad bolt, I guess, and then while the pit lolly was lifted, he got to the end of the straight and he had to stop for emergency reasons right at the exit of the pit, and because of the rule where you cannot be pushed back to the garage to be fixed. Well, as you know, there's a new rule that hasn't been seen yet until now, where team orders are legal. I guess after the Ferrari incident last year, Red Bull kind of took advantage of this last weekend, where Christian Horner went on the team radio to Mark Webber and specifically told him to keep the gap between him and Sebastian Vettel. Christian Horner said at the end of the race, when interviewed, it was to avoid an incident and to protect the team's 33 team points, which they would secure if the race ended as it did. Sebastian Vettel also said in the press conference that it was a good idea because in case of, I guess, Alonso getting retired on the last lap, they would be first and second. But I suppose if this is going to happen, then why can't they do it? They can do it every race, which means that they're surely picking Sebastian over Mark to win the Drivers' Championship again, which is quite sad to see because I think they should be treated fairly and evenly, because it's too early right now to pick the winner. Despite Alonso's win, Mark Webber is still the closest to Vettel's impressive 204 Drivers' Championship points this year already. Mark Webber is 80 points behind his teammate with 124. Meanwhile, Alonso is now 92 points behind Vettel with 112 win points. Now, don't usually talk about qualifying, but I feel it's quite good to see. Well, we always talk about the bottom three, these three teams, the new teams of Lotus, Virgin, and well, HRT. Daniel Ricciardo, don't know how they say it. Yep, his bat is it, but he didn't really look as good. Everyone's building up him in hype. Everyone was saying like he's a new Vettel or something, or like the Australian Vettel. Kind of really bad, because I saw at one point he was like 42 seconds behind his teammate, and they're not exactly the best of cars. But also it's good to see in qualifying Lotus driver Heikki Kovalainen get to Q2 again. Shows that Lotus are making advances to try and get out of this so-called bottom three. Well, that's the end of the show. See you guys in 2 weeks at Hockenheim in Germany, where I'll give another report on what happened. Also subscribe and also leave comments on your views of what happened last weekend. Okay, I'm AmosF1TV. See you guys next week.